So I was at the bar this weekend, right? And I was just randomly small talking to these women, right? They were just talking about dating and what's going on in the dating world. You know what I'm saying? It was like 3 or 4 different women. So I was just like, yo, let me jump in, right? And I was asking these 3 or 4 different women, I said, on average, when you're talking to a guy, how long does it take for them to set a date? And all of them paused for a second. They said at least 3 to 4 weeks. Fellas, that is abysmal.
3 to 4 weeks is wild. But I believe it, because for me, a lot of times, I remember days, this is probably more so my earlier 20s. There was a lot of times where I did get a woman I wanted, I would get her number, but because I'm trying to play it safe, I don't try to set a date up, because I feel like I have all these shortcomings in my life and I feel like I don't measure up because she's super attractive and she probably don't go for a guy like me. What I'll do is I'll try to prolong that wait. And I didn't know that the longer you wait after you get a woman's number or contact information, the longer you wait, the more of a hole you're digging yourself, because she's gonna pick up a friendly vibe from that point. She's gonna be like, oh yeah, this guy, he's somebody, you know, that we can be friends, but that's about it. So at that point, she's not gonna really be in that mode of wanting to go out with you, you know, to build something romantically.
Look it up if you don't know what it means. It means bad. It is deplorable. Listen, bro, when you are getting a woman's number, the whole point of getting her number is to initiate a date as soon as possible, bro. When you get her number and say, hey, my name is what? My name is, and then you do the Slim Shady and she gives you the number back. The whole point is to be able to set a date as soon as possible.
Oh, the longer the wait is, the harder it makes it, because you don't know this person. So you have to, y'all heard the saying, like, you have to strike while the iron is hot. So, you know, I mean, when I got to about 24, 25, that's when I knew, all right, when you first meet a woman, I'm trying to link up with her immediately, whether it's that next weekend or whatever the next week. If it's a Tuesday, maybe that Friday or that Thursday. A lot of times you'll meet people where they'll be like, oh, I'm about to travel this weekend and go out of town, and I think I'm going outside the next weekend. I'm just like, hey, cool, hit me up when you back. Because other than that, I done moved on. I'm not gonna wait 2 weeks on the chick I don't know. Now, if she hits me up, that's cool, but that's not nothing I'm banking on.
To see if you guys are compatible. Why are y'all waiting 3 weeks to a month? Then I hear y'all out here begging. Y'all begging to come to their house, but won't even take them to get a drink. You won't take them to get an appetizer. And look, bro, you ain't gotta go spend a bunch of money.
Trying to go to a woman's spot when you just met her right off the rip is crazy. You don't know if she got a crazy ex. You don't know if she could set you up. You don't know the situation. Like I was just talking with my pops, where he was telling me about a time before he was married to my mom, about a situation where he was caught in a house with somebody, and a dude came in, and luckily he made it out safe, but everybody don't make it out too safe. So never try to go to a woman's spot you just met. I don't care if it's the first date, second date, third date. You should never try to go to her spot, because you're putting yourself in a position of no man's land, a sitting duck. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what could happen. So never put yourself in that position. But like Buddy said in the video, like, bro, just do something inexpensive. That's the purpose of dating. You ain't gotta, see, dudes like that think, oh, you gotta spend money to hang around women. You gotta have a lot of money. To me, I hate that type of mindset. Because any man that gets women understands that you don't have to have a lot of money to be around a woman. Women have imperfections just like you have imperfections as a man. All you gotta do is set something up. Maybe that's going to get a smoothie, walk in the park, going to get some ice cream, or, you know what I'm saying, frozen yogurt, whatever it is, do that. If y'all have a good time and you rocking with the vibes, you can invite her back to your spot. You know what I'm saying? That's how you go from there. That's how you maneuver. It's not difficult, but also too, if you ain't got the funds to even do that, then that's a problem. You shouldn't even be dating.
Y'all under this conception that you gotta blow a bag and get steak. Bruh, you could take a girl to get appetizers, she be happy. It's the effort.
Stop having the mindset of thinking that you have to impress a woman just because she looks good. That don't mean nothing. If a woman is not down to go get a yogurt with you or some ice cream, what that should tell you is that she puts her value into what you can do for her. You want a woman who's cool with going on an ice cream date on the first date and then maybe a walk in the park on the second date, because y'all are just getting to know each other, not getting to know my pockets and my checking account. That's not what you're getting to know. So yeah, but the thing is, men that don't do things like that, don't move like that, you're afraid of the outcome. You're afraid that, okay, if I don't spend $1 million on the first date, then she gonna think I'm a loser. See, that's already a loser's mentality, because any man that knows that how to get women, we all know that women that are authentic don't put money first. They don't put money first. It's all about how you make them feel. And of course you need to be well-rounded, of course. But at the same time, don't try to just wait to date women when you have a lot of money, because you can still get finessed.
For her, put in effort, bro, and start initiating when you want to see someone, and make her see that I am trying to pursue you. Make a decision. That's it. That's the post.
And I'll be real, a lot of times as men, we don't know what we want to do with a woman. Like, a lot of times we be shooting our shot, and then when a woman give us a chance, we don't really know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Or we're not in a position to do what we want to do. You know, so this is why you got to understand how to vet women. And you got to continue to get experience so you can understand how to deal with them. Every woman is different. They're not all the same. Now, there's certain components of them that are the same, but in the sense of their personalities and how they maneuver and what they're willing to do, it's going to all weigh. It's going to be different. And women, the number one thing they love about us is confidence. So you got to know how to lead when you're with a woman, because that's going to turn her off. Like, you get her number, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just kind of I remember, look, I've done that my whole life, where I would get a girl's number and I'm kind of coming from the mind state of, oh, let me just text her and, you know what I'm saying? Like, get to know her a little bit before we actually go out, which I'm not saying it's wrong to do that. But nowadays, what you got to think is, if you wait 2 weeks and you just messaging somebody and you haven't set up a date, it's going to be harder to set that date up, because that person, they're not going to be as cooperative because they're not as interested no more. One of the last things I want y'all to be aware of, there's women out here where you'll get with them, and before going on a date, they'll say, well, they'll try to cancel it, or say, you know, I want to get to know you more before we go out. Never continue with those type of situations, because that is what the purpose of going on a date in a public place is, for you to get to know me. So there's going to be women out here who will make you feel like, well, I want to get to know each other before we actually go out to see if we're compatible. After one FaceTime call, if you met her online, or after, you know, you've talked to her on the phone, after you met her in person, after one, that should be good. One form of communication, I'm setting up the date on the communication, whether that's on the FaceTime or on the phone or in person, and then I'm going to see you at the date. That's when we're going to get to know each other. I don't need to be talking to you every day before we go out. I'm good. That's what the date is for. Let's get to know each other in person. I'm not trying to get to know you through text or through FaceTime. That's too much. That's too much. So like I say on every video, guys, let's continue to put ourselves first. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. Appreciate you guys as always for coming over to the channel, and until the next time, deuces.